Have you ever wondered what happens when you bring a dog to a town that was built specifically for the Gilded Age elite? Or if the decadent homes and attractions live up to their glorified histories? This week on The Wander Guys, you're about to find out exactly that.
We are taking you to an often overlooked place full of charm and hidden wonders along the east coast of the U.S. In addition to the beauty and wonder hiding around every corner, we of course brought our dog Rhett with us and stayed at our very first dog-focused hotel.
Not just a place that accepts dogs, but it's made specifically for man's best friend. With a built-in space for a dog bed, water, and food bowls, a welcome treat for our pup, and even dog-themed art. This place had it all for our baby. Put your paws together for Paws on Pelham.
Doggone it, this place was fur-tastic. It was the ultimate in dog-focused accommodations and definitely up to snuff in our book. Was that enough dog puns for everybody?
Somehow you fit 5 dad jokes into one sentence.
That's what I'm here for. We loved it, but more importantly, Rhett loved every minute. This trip, we didn't leave Rhett in the room to take a nap. We took him down to see the charming town and what it had to offer.
One great feature of Paws on Pelham is that it's centrally located, so we were able to walk along the streets, which have grand historic homes, over to the wharf area, which is called Bowen's Wharf.
This place had amazing sunset views on the pier and tons of adorable shops and restaurants to choose from.
They also had a really cool boat that looked like a pirate ship. While strolling through the streets and the shops, we also found this cute little brass dog sitting outside of the shop. Rhett thought it was an actual dog until we got closer. You'll see in most of the pictures and videos that Rhett is wearing his little sweater, which he loves to sport for people, and that's because it was freezing.
Since it was March, it's definitely the off-season and a lot of the stores are closed due to the cold weather, but it's still really beautiful, just dressed warm.
Being southern boys that we are, up north is not really our cup of tea.
We ducked out of the cold, had a couple of drinks and a good dinner, and then it was back to Paws on Pelham to put Rhett to bed for the night. The next morning, it was off to the main event, the Breakers Mansion. This place was built in 1895 by one of the Vanderbilt family and is absolutely enormous. The grand hall could fit at least 2 of our last houses side by side without any issues.
We're very excited to go see this place. We love the Vanderbilt Mansion Biltmore in the Carolinas, and we've gone there many times.
After you get over the feeling of being overwhelmed by the giant size of the front hall, there's a cute little fountain tucked away underneath the stairs that you were not expecting. So I was really excited to come see this house. It's a place I've heard of before. I knew it was, the Gilded Age summer cottage, if you can call it a cottage, when it's over an acre of just house. But DJ, I don't think liked it as much as I did.
I didn't. I did not like the Gilded Age at all. I don't like it on TV shows. The Gilded Age to me speaks of women being treated poorly, people of color being treated poorly, and disgusting wealth and privilege. Even though we have that now, it was separated classes of people, and so I hate everything about the age. However, I do enjoy the Vanderbilt family, and so I figured that this would be a great trip.
The Gilded Age was definitely all of those things, and of course I don't like any of those, but I love the architecture, I love the decor, I love the wide open spaces and all the gilt everything, gold plated, gold covered, just crystal velvet, everything.
I will say that when it comes to the Vanderbilt Mansion, a lot of their architecture is the same. This just felt heavier and almost dirty to me. So overall, I was not impressed. I mean, I was impressed with the size and the grandeur of things, but overall, I just didn't care for the mansion that much.
Yeah, there were a few spots that weren't perfect. They have this open to the public and 450,000 people come a year to see it, but there were some ceilings that had water damage. There were some spots where the paint was peeling. The sea air probably doesn't help either, but they could maybe put a little more effort into it, or maybe, they will in the future, do better renovations, do more renovations.
I will say I did really enjoy I don't know if it's a patio space or what, sitting area overlooking the ocean. So you were inside, yet you were on a porch of some sort, and that was beautiful. That was probably one of my favorite parts inside the mansion.
Yeah, from that covered porch and from the backyard, you can really see why they spent millions of dollars building beautiful homes here. The view is worth every penny.
Absolutely.
One thing the super rich seem to do really well all the time, and they definitely did here, ceilings and fireplaces. They deck those out and make them so beautiful, it's hard to not appreciate them.
And I agree with that. The fireplaces especially, I really enjoyed most of those.
The rich really know how to do it. So the tour consists of the ground floor, and then you can go up to the second floor where all the bedrooms and bathrooms are. They don't let you see very many. There's a couple of bedrooms and a couple of bathrooms, but everything else is blocked off. Just a little bedroom, a little bathroom. Nothing fancy, right? I wouldn't mind living and sleeping and bathing in these rooms, I suppose.
I will say the wallpaper in some of these rooms was atrocious. I don't know whoever thought it was a good idea to put this up on a wall.
You have to really love your florals for spring. Groundbreaking. And these houses are full of art. Art, beautiful furnishings, sculptures made by the family. It's really quite amazing and kind of disgusting, all the wealth and accumulated stuff, that these people had because they had just endless amounts of money.
And when he says art, most of the art are horrible pictures of ugly people. That is not really art, but I guess art is subjective, isn't it?
It definitely is. After the first and second floors, you go down to the kitchen and pantry. I guess it's a big enough kitchen. I guess I could cook a meal there. Well, you could cook a meal.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed a little small. Just kidding. It was way more than I could ever possibly use with 15 cooks.
And that pantry, can you imagine if I asked you to find my favorite coffee mug in there in the morning?
I would absolutely let you do it yourself. I think they had over 30 different patterns of china in this pantry area lining the walls.
I can't imagine trying to find something specific in this room. After the tour of the inside, you get to go out onto the grounds. You can see the kids' playhouse, which is definitely bigger than some homes I've lived in.
I was going to say, that also speaks to me of the disgusting wealth that these people had, that this was a playhouse for children and it is bigger than most people's regular homes.
But it's still beautiful and it's already been built, so we might as well enjoy it.
Except for you had to pay an extra amount to go into the playhouse, which we weren't doing, so we just looked at it from the outside.
Then back out through the grounds and you get an amazing view of the bay and the town. It's really something.
It was a spectacular view.
While DJ may not have enjoyed this house as much as Biltmore, these views are hands down much better than at Biltmore.
I absolutely agree. The views don't even compare between the two places. Biltmore is more on rolling greens. This is more on the ocean and has the 3.5 mile walk behind it. And it was just gorgeous.
And there's more to do at Biltmore. Biltmore has kind of a whole town built around the castle itself, whereas this is more of a place that you go tour that's in a town.
Correct. Biltmore, you can go do so much more that has to do with Biltmore. Like we went horseback riding when we were at Biltmore. There's a winery. There's all kinds of stuff to do on the grounds. Here is just the mansion. That's it. There's nothing extra.
Once we were finished with the tour of the house, we wanted to get our money's worth out of this tour, and we went onto the 3.5 mile path that goes behind the house. It isn't just behind this house. It goes through many backyards of the elite. And gorgeous, gorgeous views as you walk along and can see the rocky shores and the waves coming in. Walking along the backyards of the rich and famous, if you want to rub elbows and borrow a cup of sugar from the billionaires of the world, this is where you want to buy your next house.
Right on top of that rose.
Even though it was a bit cold, we wanted to walk as much as we could and enjoy the path, and it was our last stop on the trip before we headed out of town. Since I loved the Breakers and DJ loved Biltmore more, have you ever had a disagreement with your partner or friend over places you've visited? Did you like something more than they did?
Or do you simply have a time where you were correct and your spouse was wrong, just like mine?
I don't know about that, but tell us about it. Leave a comment below. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.
Tootsies.